Christopher Mitchell. Some people call me Say So Fresh, you know, that's me. I've been inspired to have some videos for you all and just encourage you all in life. I've been in ministry for quite some time, probably since 2004. That's when I accepted my call to ministry and accepted Christ for real. I'm definitely a follower of Christ. I'm real about it, and I don't care what anybody has to say because that's me. Alright, so I'm real with mines. I just want to reach out to you all and just show you where I'm coming from, and hopefully I can get a couple ears to listen and join me on this journey and just getting closer to God and, you know, figuring out this thing we call life. Alright, so this message, like I said, is to the next generation. I've come to the realization of who I am. Throughout my entire life, I've been bullied, I've been talked about, I've been lied on, I've had friends turn their back on me. I've had all types of things happen to where it caused me to think, hey, God, why me? Why do I have to go through the loss of a loved one or betrayal from a friend or being talked about behind my back and, you know, all these different things. So a harsh reality set in for me. I realized that I don't fit in anywhere. I don't fit in. Sometimes I force fit myself in certain situations. And I know I'm not alone. Sometimes, you know, you're sitting there, you agree with a joke or agree with something being said, and really, it's not really you, you know, you don't really feel it. And so, me, man, I got used to not fitting in, but in an improper way. I'll be in a room full of people and I always feel like I was alone. Regardless of what it was. I played on team sports, I've been a part of different organizations, and I always felt like I was alone. And what I realized, just from God's grace and love and Him sharing some things with me, I realized that I don't fit in on purpose. I was created not to fit in. And that's the crazy thing, but the cool thing at the same time, because it's like, man, I spent my years, my life trying to fit in and justify what I do and how I do it, never realizing that, hey, I was created to not fit in. One of my driving scriptures that I like to focus on is 1 Peter 2:9. I'm gonna paraphrase it for you because I feel like I can break it down in simpler terms as opposed to thee thou art and thou shalt, yeah, whatever. You know what it means. And if we don't, I'll do my best to explain it. So 1 Peter 2:9 pretty much talks about how God has chosen us. So we are chosen people and we're royalty to God. And we're people who He puts in charge of guarding His word and guarding His image of who He is, right? And God calls us holy. He says everything because He lives on the inside of us, if He lives on the inside of you. If He doesn't, I challenge you to try to figure out if you got some space on the inside of yourself for Him to live there. You might, you should, you do because He made you. But yeah, so talks about how we're peculiar. To be peculiar is to be strange. It's to not fit in. It's to be weird. It's to draw attraction and draw attention, and you don't even mean to do it. It can be your swag, it can be your style, it can be how you talk, how you dress, how you walk. It's just something about you that draws people to you to where you end up just having conversations with random people at the coffee shop. Well, Starbucks. So you being peculiar, you're meant to be peculiar. You're meant to be different. You're meant to go against the grain. And so this purpose of going against the grain, being someone who God has called out and God has set you apart, because to be holy, you're set apart, meaning you don't fit in because God lives in you and has called you separate from everyone else. So with that being said, you may feel rejected. You may feel like you don't fit in. Reality of it is, you are rejected. You're rejected by the world. And you're supposed to be. Yeah, I know it probably sucks. You're thinking, man, why does everybody turn their back on me and talk about me? What did I do? What did I do? You didn't do anything. It's in your nature. You were supposed to be rejected because they rejected Christ. And they still do to this day. So, don't take it for granted. Don't get mad at it. Don't get upset with it. Accept it. Because when you accept the fact that you're peculiar, you're set apart, you're who God has chosen and called, and you're royalty. You have royalty on the inside of you. Royal blood flows through your veins because you were chosen by Him, right? So all of that being done and said is because you're supposed to attract others who are like you. You're supposed to connect with others who don't fit in like you. For what purpose? To take over the world. Not you take over the world, but for God's glory and God's purpose to be fulfilled in the earth. That's why you're rejected. That's why you don't fit in. That's why you are a misfit. Me? I'm letting it be known today that I'm a misfit. Matter of fact, I'm a royal misfit. If people don't like it, people can't get with it, it's cool. But this message is to the next generation. The generation of royal misfits. Who don't care what people got to say about you. Who don't care how people want to judge you. Who don't care how they're going to look at you and what they want to say. You just want to do you. You just want to be free. You just want to experience God. And you know without a shadow of a doubt who you are. That's royalty. That's set apart. That's different. That's unique. That's who God made you to be. But this message is to the royal misfits. Be royal and don't fit in because you were never made to. Peace.